stocks, bonds, mutual funds, real estate, gold, ETFs, Bitcoin. Hello and welcome to the Durham Talents channel. My name is Jesse Durham. For today's quick take, let's talk diversification. So I recently had a conversation with somebody who had just been exposed to infinite banking. So this is a very early comment that this individual had, but it's not a new one, where someone has seen something about infinite banking, something about using whole life insurance as an asset, and they have a diversification mindset, and they see implementing infinite banking in the beginning, early on. This is an early thought, it really is. But they see it as another arrow in the quiver, was the phrase that was conveyed to me. And I can understand that. And I'm not saying that folks don't show up to infinite banking and have successes under their belt and have some good things in motion. That can be the case for sure. And yet, the further that I went into understanding and implementing infinite banking, I realized that it's a lifestyle. It's more than just an arrow in the quiver. It's more than just another tool in your belt. It's more than just another item to be able to diversify on the shelf, the financial shelf, okay? So let's talk through this concept of diversification. So typically, the wide financial entertainment world is talking about whole life insurance as a bad investment, bad rate of return, horrible place to put money, lots of different things that I actually address in my myths, mysteries, and misconceptions series. So I would encourage you, for anything concerning a misconception or some mystery, something that's not understood, or even a complete myth around infinite banking or whole life insurance, I would encourage you to check out that particular series on the YouTube channel. But diversification. So there are these voices out there, right? And you know who they are. The ones who will say, well, don't put all your eggs in one basket. And I'm not saying that there's not merit there, but it's one line of thinking. And then there's this other line of thinking where you say have Warren Buffett, who is saying, well, put all your eggs in one basket and watch that basket closely. And I can understand and I can appreciate that line of thinking. So here I'm saying, you do what you want to do. Diversify, get really niched in, really go a mile deep, okay? You do the things that you want to do. It should be, I hope, something that you're knowledgeable in, that you have experience, connections, good position, network, etc. But whole life insurance and is just a product, and the process of infinite banking is not an investment. Whole life insurance is insurance. Now, when it's properly structured from a mutual company that pays a dividend by someone who knows what they're doing because they personally practice infinite banking in their own life, you're just using an asset. It's an asset, not an investment. It's an asset. Investments have an element of risk. Life insurance, it mitigates risk. It offsets risk that you otherwise would have on yourself to an insurance company that's been around for over 100 years and has really already weathered so many storms, and not just weathered those storms, but been profitable in those storms. Just think about these insurance companies that are over 100 years old, what that means contextually, that they've met all their obligations, they've even paid dividends, the companies that we would use for infinite banking style policies, recessions, depressions, world wars, okay? All kinds of conflicts, all kinds of pandemics and scares, and Y2K, .com, the housing crisis, 2008, so many different things, okay? So you're using the ideal product, the ideal asset, in my opinion. You're implementing a process which is infinite banking. So you got this whole life policy, you're using it for infinite banking, you're implementing privatized banking into your life. To me, if someone who's just working a career or someone who owns their own business, that person that implements infinite banking has diversified because they're already pursuing their career, building their business, making an income. So that's people at work, which is one way to earn money. One way to earn an income is have people at work. You are at work. Well, another way is to have money at work. So think about this. When you earn and you put that money as premium payments into a whole life contract, a whole life policy, you're going to keep it for one thing. It's not going to diminish. And Warren Buffett does have that rule about, rule number one is don't lose money. So you're going to keep the money, right? But what does the money do once it's in there? Well, it's buying you a death benefit. It's buying you insurance. It's buying you cash value. It's creating a compounding pool of capital that you have access to guaranteed for your whole life. And it can procure a dividend for you as well. So your money is at work for you in many different ways. So people at work and money at work are the two ways. So right out of the gate, someone who's just working a W-2 job and implementing infinite banking, they are diversifying even though they're not having to invest. That's not an investment. So simply by financing your lifestyle or financing your business or financing your investments, whatever it is that you're already doing in life or that you want to do, by becoming your own banker, by implementing infinite banking, you are diversifying what you have, what you can become, what you're doing. People are at work and money is at work. It's the most simple, the most profitable, and the most certain way that I know of to diversify, in fact. Because at the end of the day, we're just looking to do what commercial banks are doing. And commercial banks, the conventional banks on my town corner, your town corner, they're making bank. What if we could be making that? That would mean that you keep your principal. That would mean that you keep the interest that would normally go to commercial banks. That means that you can keep the profits by having access to capital and being able to deploy capital for your own uses at a greater level because you kept more of it in the first place and you were keeping interest in the first place, and you just grow that and you scale that and you grow that and scale that. And then, of course, that just opens up worlds of opportunities. Actually, that's a rule that Nash has in his book, The Golden Rule. He who has the gold makes the rules, number one. And when you've actively accumulated capital, Nash would say, that opportunities will hunt you down. And what a great way to be able to diversify. If you would like to learn more, make sure to check out the next video on your screen. And to have a consultation call with me, you can do that for free. Book a call at durhamtalents.com. I hope you have a great day. This has been a pleasure for me. We'll talk soon. Take care. Just another quiver in the arrow.